Had some interesting fights in the last little bit. They've been able to get themselves some kills. They took that one earlier casualty, but have been able to keep it to just that one member so far. As we're laying down shots, Zute is going to be the target. Gets themselves caught out, trying to put himself back into position to get helped up by his teammates, but not going to be the case.
I like that. It's one streamer, or one content creator to the other. Hot Jukes taking down Zute.
Nice shots there from Hot Jukes. They've got a lot more cover to work with than just the side of the hill. Look at all these smoke grenades, D-Gon. But one thing about smoke grenades that you know is that pretty much no matter what, if you see somebody walk into a smoke, they're in there. You just put enough bullets into there, and you're going to do some work. If everybody decides they want to just lay down fire in a smoke at once, you can delete a team should they not respect that. So Swift and the crew here over on Air, they're well aware that there are only a few places where their opponents can be, and this final circle's moving in with speed.
Look at Kings, man.
Oh my, they're going over the bridge, right into the Pubg Knights. Oh, look at those shots. Beach Banana and crew, they've got to cross in the open, but they don't have much work. They have much to work with. The circle is there.
Oh no, Uli
falls off. Oh no, this could be disastrous.
This is the issue of being a bridge troll. You fall in, you can't shoot your gun, you're in a lot of trouble. Banana does go down. No kill given to it because the play zone did most of the damage. That's how that gets calculated. Hot Jukes looking around the corner. Needs to realize there's so many underwater right now.
I believe our bridge trolls had to move just the way that circle was there. I think they think they had to make the drop. They had to take the plunge, as it were. But there's just this one little flat top bit of open area.
It's all open.
And then there's just the water. Everybody's just chilling in the water, having a pool party underneath the bridge right now, joining the Troll Society.
Who's it? Lights Out, Kingsman, 7 Deadly Sids. They're all just kind of chilling.
Everybody's down there. Oh my. This is wild. The people who have the high ground, the people who are actually able to shoot their guns, are going to have a pretty massive advantage here.
If Senpai gets out of the water and Jagger isn't looking, you know, I think this is an opportunity here.
Will he notice Senpai? That's the question. You're all welcome. We're seeing Error just sitting up here in the top right of your screen on this. Oh, they've got that little bit of the deflate from that field. They've got their vehicle to work with. They're in the best position we could possibly ask for right now. Everybody else is just having just a bloodbath under the bridge right now as Angler's going to drop. The last few members of Kingsman are in a rough position. Our bridge trolls of legend are going off saying, this is our bridge. But the Pubg Knights have the advantage on them. And then having the advantage over them is going to be Error.
Yeah, 7 Deadly Sins getting a couple kills there. They got 3 kills, plus moving up another spot. Lights Out finishing in 5th place. So after what could have been like a really bad start for Lights Out, they did all right. And now Gabby healing up, but the circle coming on in. Not going to be able to get teammates up. And I think Gabby spent too much time looting.
Oh, no. The greed. Put your gun away and run. Put your gun away and run.
Yeah, Gabby getting cut out to the play zone. 7 with the Knights trying to do his best to move the vehicle
Die to the zone, Gabby!
There he is. He moves on in. So now it's just a 2v2. This is these are 2 teams that we've been talking about as some of the top teams. It's Pubg Knights and Air.
All 4 members from both squads are still alive, assuming they don't walk in front of their own teammates and take shots in the back. But this is huge. This is absolutely massive. This comes down to 2 squads. But right now, it looks like Air has a massive advantage, able to do a lot of the initial damage, blowing up one of the vehicles there. They have this little bit of cover here on the edge of this, but now they're making the flank. They're pushing in. They know they've done some damage to Egon. They want to find the flank. They're going to lay down pressure. They're going to lay down pressure into the smoke, and then flank right through it. They know where their opponents are going to be.
Yeah, but I don't know if they know exactly where the PK guys in the bushes were. No, and there it is. Hot Jukes goes down, gets a little too aggressive, and Wi-Fi able to pick him up. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Swift is already damaged as well, and Wi-Fi just kind of holding position for now. Will heal up.
Is here as well.
Yeah.
Hey. Don't take circle damage.
There it is.
There we go.
Nope, but the circle's starting to move in. Wi-Fi's like, sorry, Jagger, buddy.
Sorry, buddy. I can't help you here. The nades are huge. Oh, Reptar crew, they've got guns out. They're just going in, spraying on through the smoke, trying to find the last few shots. Jagger is going to drop. Reptar and the rest of the crew are trying to land the bullets. Can they get it done? They don't quite know where their opponents are.
2 versus 2.
2 versus 2 moment. Everybody is down. Shots on the right. No, Reptar's going to drop. Finding them on the ankle here. Who's the last man standing? Just Frankie. And no! That is going to be it. Error. Making no mistakes until that very last second. The Pubg Knights go on through, and they get it done. What utter chaos in the end but somehow able to find the order and get the win.
Yeah, Error, holding that position for such a long time. Thought they were going to do better in terms of kill score. They only had 4 kills, but they do get that second place. They finally get that point boost that they need, and the Pittsburgh Knights come and ring the bell, answer the bell, and ring it themselves and get themselves that first place finish in tempo.
Ooh.
Falling early, they were like 11th, I believe, so they don't get too many points. I think the team that did the most work and got the worst placing was our friends at Blinded by Win. They had themselves, I think, 10 to 11 kills and finished 6th or 7th, but they went through multiple houses and multiple different compounds, finding themselves gunfight wins, including the one against Tempo Storm.
So Tempo Storm actually finished in 15th.
Ooh.
They finished in last place in this round.
Ooh.
They were the first one fully knocked out there. So going from 2 first-place wins to last, that's just the nature of this game. I think that is battle royales to a T.
Yeah, and I they did it the right way. They played aggressively. They wanted to take the house that the team was in. It was a little split up, and sometimes that happens.
Yeah, sometimes it does, Deegan. Let's take a look at the replays from that last match. There were so many great moments, so many great attempts at taking over different compounds, different structures that your opponents had, and either getting punished or punishing for it in equal measure, pretty much.
Yeah, and early on, this whole first fight here with Lights Out, we thought it was going to be a colossal misplay here by Blinded by Win, but instead Lights Out hesitated just a little bit too long to follow along with the Outsider, who did a great job here. That's a great peek on the Zeus.
Yeah, really nice.
Small little angle there on the stairs, able to find it.
But this is when you push. This is when your team should go in. You know you have the down. That's when you collapse.
What they tried to do was split this up, right? They tried to have 2 on top of the water tower and 2 down low, and the 4 members of Blinded by Win were able to just focus one person at a time until Lights Out decided, hey, this isn't worth it. We're just going to play for positioning here.
Yeah, I mean, both members of Blinded by Win actually won their 1v1s. And that was the big thing there. Simultaneously losing 2 1v1s was the big difference maker there. I mean, this was Tempo. This was Tempo. I'm like, all right, they're going to go off. They're going to recover. They're going to make it work. 2 teammates are down and dead. It's Nico and his teammate here up against the World. But it's his final few moments. That window peak was massive. And I'm like, all right, Nico's going to have to go off here if they have any chance. He gets the first knock. But look at the positioning. Pushing right up the stairs, just knowing that they could get it done and taking out Tempo Storm, 15th place. But this hut, this was like one of the huts of destiny.
Yeah, that was the Full Eclipse boys saying, hey, solidarity, and then just getting absolutely run over. That was crazy.
That was nuts.
Blinded by Win, picking up even more kills here, and had a vehicle to spare. You could see here the Full Eclipse boys are like, guys?
Hello, team? But it was the shots also coming in from the back, from up the hill. But this gas station was the place to be, Deacon.
It was, unless you're Lazy Bones' teammates. They do a fantastic job sieging up here and taking control of it against Tactical under fire. But then after this, we'll probably get a peek of it. Lazy Bones realizes, hey, there's more people here, throws a nade, and probably does 270 damage, 100 to his teammate, 100 to his other teammate, and 70 to himself. It was it was
pretty wild. I think we're going to catch it here in just a second.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah,
oh, here it is. Enemies!
Chucks the nade.
Chucks the nade.
And boom! And then he tries to go 1v1.
And that's it.
Who's there? Of course. It's Blinded by Win.
There it is.
Catching even more luck. Able to pick up the kills.
Oh, Wi-Fi. Oh, this is like knowing you need to throw these nades. These are the last few minutes here for the Pittsburgh Knights, forcing out their opponents with those nades. Look at the amount of utility they've got here. They've got all this cover with the smokes. They're able to find those tiny little openings. You're able to see it here coming on in through the road. And it was his last few shots that just got it done. 2 members were up and alive, and that's all they needed.
Yeah, it was all they needed. And I think it was a great job done by the Pittsburgh Knights to figure out, even in those last couple moments, you had 7 Deadly Sins in the water behind them, you had Kingsman in the water behind them, you had 1 member of Lights Out behind them, and you also had the top-ranked team coming into it in Error sitting in front of them, and they did a good job managing the expectations, managing their resources until the time to go in 4v4, and that was an awesome squad fight.
Yeah, it's very, very rarely in these BR situations that you end up with 1 full squad versus another full full squad. Each one had an area that they were covering. One had cover in vehicle, other had cover in the vehicles. It's very uncommon that that's how these games end. Normally, it's like a 2v1 or 3v2 kind of situation. Some scrappy 1v1s even sometimes we see. But in that case, it was just made the better squad win. And in that game, we actually had the Pittsburgh Knights coming out on top. So nicely done. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Let's see how the store has wound up after that last game. I'm really excited to see how this has all resolved itself.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty cool to see how the leaderboard has kind of adjusted throughout the day. And now with that win, Tempo Storm had such a big lead, even with those kills in that win. Pittsburgh Knights still find themselves in second place. Confound had a good performance in that last one. They finished, I believe, 7th. But Twisted Sin, that was a team that we were saying a lot in Game 1 and 2.
Yep.
Didn't really talk about them too much. 7 Deadly Sins, we talked about them and their placement up. They've played aggressively, and they found themselves some moves. Jovi moved down, although they were the team that knocked out Tempo Storm. Kingsman, Blinded by Wind. Blinded by Wind, that's the biggest mover here, I think, for me in this last one in terms of kill. And then finally, Error, moving off of that 10th place spot now into 9th place. I think on the opposite side, Lunachicks, who had a couple of good placements in Game 1 and Game 2. They fell early here, lost members early, and that seems to be the recipe for disaster. When you lose 1 or 2 members and you're trying to play aggressively, you're not able to get into the same placement positions as you normally do.
Absolutely. I think that's really what it comes down to is every single time we see a team, every single team that has won at the end has had all 4 members alive going into that final circle. That's been the difference maker, having that additional, just that additional body, those additional, utility resources. Where they come, bullets, smokes, everything. Even if it's just pressure of laying down covering fire, they get it done. Wow, that's game number 3 in the books. If you're not following us on the social media, be sure to do so at ESL PUBG Mobile. You guys let us know about your favorite moments. Let us know what team you are cheering for. That's the kind of stuff we want to hear. And, of course, if you want to get involved in Season 1 in a fun way, you can enter, I don't know, maybe a little raffle.
Yeah, a little raffle. ESL.gg/ESLMO. That stands for Mobile Open for those of you that don't know. --raffle. Make sure you knock that out and you have your opportunity to win some goods and prizes.
Yeah, tickets to DreamHack Dallas.
Yeah.
That's the place to be. That's where our finals are being held. You have a chance to win some tickets to DreamHack Dallas. If you want to go check out all the action live and in person, that's the place to do it. We're going to hop on to a short break, but when we return, we're going to have match number 4. So don't go anywhere.
This is the ESL Mobile Open, presented by AT&T. This is the ESL Mobile Open, presented by AT&T.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL Mobile Open. We're here for PUBG Mobile Action. I'm in Verum, that's Degon. We just got to witness one crazy late game brawl in game number 3. The favorite got knocked out early. Other teams step up in a big way. That's everything you want to see.
Yeah, and it's great to see other teams step up in that realm. It seemed so unstoppable, did the Storm of Tempo Storm, and then they finished last. Like, that's kind of crazy that's
wild.
how that happened, and it was knocked out by Joe. It was a third-party effort. It was Jovi and Tactical Under Fire, I believe, that were pincering there on Tempo Storm. However, it allowed other teams to prop up. I think a team like Seven Deadly Sins that we wouldn't have normally seen in that final circle, and also, of course, Blind by Win. They did a fantastic job being in the right place at the right time and then executing on top of it.
Yeah, another team that survived way into the late game was Wonder Boys. Another one of these squads that came in pretty high seeding overall, like a Fishy, Top Kill, CGO, Prevail, and Trigga. Again, more squad people, trying to make some content, trying to do some other cool stuff there as well. Overall, they had some crazy late game rotations. They had that car that came flying in at the end. Let's take a look at the quote from that team. They can't, we can. Well, all right. I like it. Short, sweet, and to the point. Well, we're going to ask them to see if they can pull it off once again. We're going to hop into this game as soon as humanly possible because we like to keep the action flowing here. We just want to get right back into these games. So let's just get right back on that plane. Whoosh. Loudest plane. Do you remember when PUBG first came out, how loud the plane sounds were?
Yeah, they wanted people to be, like,
aware.
Yeah, hey, the game's starting.
Man, it was so loud.
Get out of your alt tab.
It was so loud.
It's starting. And
it's
then
starting now.
People figured out, oh, you can alt M for sound mute.
Exactly.
Master mute.
Please mute that plane.
And then, or control M.
Control M, yeah.
M. Alt M is good times.
I wonder what it is.
I don't know.
Anyway, back into this game.
Southwest to northeast. And it's a relatively good one. I think this is a relatively good circle here to start as we follow along with the plane path, and it seems like everything's in play. Even if a team wants to go all the way to military base, they can do that as well. Taking a look at some of the top teams, Tempo will be heading back to their favorite Pachinki. It doesn't look like they're alone this time, but not exactly sure until everyone drops off. Let's see, where else are some of our favorites going? Confound heading over to the quarry, to the Primorsk area. It looks like the Pittsburgh Knights are doing a split drop here.
Interesting.
With one of them joining Confound. Probably just going to quickly try to find a vehicle. If you can't find a vehicle, get out of Dodge. Jovi heading north, the Tempo Storm Killers. Heading over to Stalber. But yeah, Tempo Storm again, just untouched here in this Pochinki area. I'm so surprised that no one else wants to try and attempt the early drop on him. It does look like also, I think our team of last round, Blind by Win, will be moving towards the ruins as well. Doesn't look like there's going to be any early action other than the Pittsburgh Knights solo dropper getting caught out just a bit there. And Lights Out along with Full Eclipse. Those two teams are close by. But the North Circle means that most teams are relatively safe. Only Confound will be the team that's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, we're on board with Wonder Boys right now, who we're talking about as we were jumping on into this. They're here at Severny, starting things off at Church around that general area there. They're going to be alone, pretty much all to their lonesome as well. Going to have quite a decent amount of loot there. But as you can see, most teams, just sort of the path of the plane, was very much in favor of this more northerly drop. And that's a tree.
Ooh, that's some nifty driving.
Yo, that was heads up. That was a heads up play right there. Dodge the rock too. Yo, I asked people for driving skills and it's delivering. Yeah. Heading into bunker too. Interesting.
Yeah, no one dropped bunker early, and so Dirty Cave Girl and the rest of Team Under Fire looks like they're Team Underground right now. There we go.
There we go.
All right. They'll be looting up. And, Bunker is also a place where you can pop off and get yourself a couple of really nice rare drops. But it's hit or miss. And one thing that you do know whenever you go to Bunker is that there will be stuff there. It's not like, hey, you go there and there's nothing there. You can find stuff. And it might not be the best stuff, but you'll definitely find some things.
I swear I have the worst Bunker luck.
Really?
Every time I go to Bunker, I feel like I've just...
Wasted
I took a trip to Moria and it just did not pay off at all. All I did was awaken the cave troll. It did not. It never works out for me. It always feels like bait. I always find somebody there and I always die.
Yeah, unlucky. I will say though that it does look like the member from the Pittsburgh Knights that dropped early near Confound disconnected. So Pittsburgh Knights going to play this one with 3 players, not 4, but only 3 in this one. So Monarch, 7, and Jagger will be taking point for the team currently in second place.
I mean, it's not insurmountable by any stretch. Obviously, you want to have all 4 of those members there, but we know how strong this squad is. If there's one of the few squads that could persevere through this, it would definitely be the Pittsburgh Knights. So we'll keep an eye on them for sure as they progress. Get into some of these gunfights. The TTK in this is so quick. If you're able to just find those clean headshots, if you're able to get the jump on somebody, that time to kill is quick. You're able to get those shots down range. You can drop somebody and make it a 3v3 real quick if your positioning is good enough.
Yep, definitely. I think a team that's going to have to travel a long way, though, is Twisted Sin. Yet again, going with the Novo drop. Will not head towards military just because military is far away as we follow along with Jagger here. Hey, Jagger. Oh, no. You hate to see it.
Driving skills. You hate to see it indeed. Heard you like buggies. Just don't try and blow yourself up flipping it over.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, hate to see it.
So we'll follow along with the T-Sin boys just briefly just to check out what they're doing. They're here in Novo, long ways away from the circle. Plus, they got to cross the bridge. I don't know if there's going to be a ton of bridge trolls. I think everyone was kind of aware, hey, no one's really dropping that way. But T-Sin sticking with their game plan. They like to get looted up and fight and earn their place through kills. And I think this is a team that can do it. They've done it consistently over and over again. And now they're just now starting to get the placement in terms of points. I think they're currently 7th. This is a team that I think can make the move into the top spots with the big boys.
I would agree. Their gun skills are solid. The rotations are pretty good. Their mid-range fights have been solid. They're able to catch teams out in compounds from hills and that kind of stuff and do a lot of work with that traditionally. So we'll keep an eye on that. As we're jumping on board with Hot Jukes and the crew over on Error, who the second place finishers in that last game. They're just chilling out. They've got their the pick of the litter here, just north of the river here. And I think that's one of these squads who they've had that slow start, but they're just going to continue to ramp and ramp and ramp as time goes on.
Yeah, and Air is an interesting squad because we put a lot of pressure on them and a lot of hopes on them because of the way that they've placed so far. And they haven't been able to replicate it in the first 2 games, but they're in game 3. Hey, found some success in terms of placement points. Now we need to see them put it both together in terms of kills and consistency of placement points. So Hot Jukes got to lead his boys into victory. They said, hey, we're more than just a team. We're a family. This family wins and loses together. They got to start winning together now.
That's it. Hopping into the vehicles, yelling, we're a family. I feel like there's a franchise about that. Anyway, we're also checking in with the Pittsburgh Knights.
Error rules!
Yes, thank you, Deacon.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Monarch. He's been doing well. The whole squad, actually, for the Pittsburgh
Cast
Knights.
curse?
Oh.
That's the second
Oh!
Pittsburgh vehicle.
Stop!
What is happening?
Stop doing this! No!
That was awesome.
Okay, all right, we're fine. This is fine. This is fine. All right, no shortage of action. You know,
No. Go around.
Just no.
Go around.
Stop. Just make up your mind, please, Monarch.
You're
me a heart
hurting.
attack.
Chapo taking care of Chapo right there. Yeah, you can
What
see why.
more?
Buggies are highly dangerous right now.
Yo,
I mean, I think that's what
Buggies
happens.
have the highest KDA of any player in this game right now.
Buggy's undefeated.
Buggy's OP.
Buggy's never lost a game.
Seriously, Buggy 100% win rate of all time.
Yeah.
Greatest of all time.
Buggy is the secret agent against each team. It's used by each team and kills each team. Followed closely by Mr. Frag Grenade.
Yes, Mr. No, but only when it's thrown by a teammate.
Yeah.
Then it's 1,000% more deadly.
For sure.
Just I don't You know, that's how the math works.
Yeah,
Can't
you
explain
throw
it.
the grenade and then your microphone mutes.
Yeah, that's it. You know,
that's how.
frag goes off. Teammates there. Can't explain that.
Nope.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So jumping back on board with Confound. Confound, another one of these squads, has been doing quite well. Another squad with a lot of pretty well-known players there. Don't do it, Iron Sight. I don't know what did gravity shift? You all need to stop.
You need to stop. You keep saying, "Do pretty good." Crash.
It's me.
Yeah,
I'm the problem.
You did it to Pittsburgh Knights twice.
Got it.
Almost did it to Iron Sight.
I got it. It's me. Okay, gotcha.
Beach Bananas had a lot of kills so far today. There we go. See, don't say they're doing pretty good. Say they like what they've done well. Maybe that's it.
Maybe that's the key.
Yeah.
Be more specific.
Following along with Nerve, they had a good round last game.
They did have a good round.
Oh no!
No, D-Gun!
Oh, I wasn't specific.
Oh boy, not specific enough at all. Okay, this is actually getting really scary. Hold on, wait, who can we do this to next? Find us more vehicles, observers. I need to test something.
Actually, that's actually a little dangerous. They're driving pretty nearby.
Okay, Nico's not actually driving. Okay, Nico's
just a passenger.
Yeah, Tempo Storm not having a lot of success last game.
Yeah. Okay.
They got picked off that 15th position. So. Oh!
What's happening?
Everything is happening. Okay, squad on me looks to have found Tempo Storm. Everybody has a car. Demolition Derby. Let's go.
Let's do it. Oh, it's back to the gas station.
Yo.
And this is Seven Deadly Sins, who had themselves a heck of a round last game, and now it's up against Tempo, and Tempo trying to get their groove back after going out first in that first game, or in game 3.
Yeah, we have another flank coming in. There's a third party as well. And Tempo is not in a good position. Their back is exposed right now. This is a great opportunity. I believe it was Error over there, Swift and the crew, on that potential flank. So keep an eye on that. Gabby, so they just have to chill out at this point because Tempo are going to get pinched real hard.
Yeah, I think they are. We're not exactly sure if the Error guys actually saw the Tempo guys.
Oh, that's true. They might not have.
So I think Tempo is safe for now. Yeah, I think Tempo's safe for
okay.
now. So Tempo lucked out, but they do know, hey, got a team in the gas station. We have one vehicle. It was shot at just a bit. And both teams can kind of take their time here. First circle, not too big of an issue. Not going to force either team to move. And, you're right. If Tempo Storm does get pinched here, they're wide open right now to the northern side of the river. However, I think they're okay with taking that gamble and playing it slow. Oh, there's... D for squad on me, and here comes the rest of the squad on me guys.
Oh my, okay, they have a little bit of rock cover from this particular angle. They do squat them out here in the tower. They have the vehicle here, they're shooting out the tires. Wanting to make sure that vehicle is not going anywhere. Oh no, don't run in front of don't meat shield for your car! Okay, a little bit suboptimal. Now to the second floor of the mushroom, that's okay.
Yeah, he needed to pop out and head that way. It's much more dangerous if he heads the other way. Unfortunately, he runs right into the crosshairs of everyone because they're already shooting at the house, or shooting at the vehicle. But D wants to get that higher leverage for better shots, and you can see things. It's very difficult to see outside of that window on the bottom floor.
Yeah, I mean, they keep turning towards this compound behind them as well to the east. And it's one of those situations where if the squad comes in that direction as well, you have teams in every direction right now. Pittsburgh Knights are finding a little bit of a scuffle here. They've got team members, enemies in front of them, enemies behind them as well.
Yeah, Jovi's spread out around him. Slump will be able to get himself to safety. And although it was a pincer attack against the Knights, I don't think Jovi was ready to take on that battle.
No, they were not. The shots from PK have been so solid so far. They're driving, not so much, but the shots have been really darn good. They've been winning a lot of these 1v1s. So keep an eye on that. They just feel very comfortable. They control the spray really well. Their tap fire has been on point. They're just making sure they're connecting with these headshots, hitting the shots themselves as they're about to run into some enemies there as well. So seeing the full shots going on in. There's the knock onto D. Tempo Storm is there with the knock. There's another teammate there to potentially help him up as the fight is also breaking out around this gas station. Another crew's coming on the flank. They're actually just going to drive away. Though look at the shots going through, connecting from Spec.
Yeah, long-range shots there by Tempo. Seven Deadly Sins did not want to take on this Tempo Storm thing, and I think this is exactly what I was saying before Game 3. It's, hey, you recognize people shooting nearby our Tempo Storm? Let's get the heck out. Squad on me trying to do a rescue mission here. Arsis bringing his vehicle on over, has both good wheels, instead getting himself in trouble. Now, what's happening there, Kingsman? Angler just kind of getting caught out in no man's land, has no idea the Tempo Storm guys are there, runs his vehicle into the tree, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, Angler angling himself into a tree. The vehicle drops. He's going to bleed out. I don't see anyone else from Kingsman here to help him out. Oof, a bit of a rough spot. This is almost in the identical spot. They had an exciting vehicle adventure over this exact bridge at the end of last game, and it went about the same.
Yeah, it did. It was unlucky. Now, Maniac, forced to swim, has to come up
no.
for air, and Chica sees him. Just a matter of time here.
Just a matter of time. Die to oxygen deprivation. Don't give him the satisfaction.
Yeah, don't give him the points. I mean, this is something where, like, if you don't think you're going to make it, strategically prevent 5 points. But it is the Tempo Storm who going to get the points anyways. Yep. Down he goes. Maniac to the bottom of the river where secrets are buried.
Someone with the fishes. Tempo Storm, despite the fact that I was a little bit questionable, or I thought their position there was a little bit questionable, or they found themselves at this perfect junction, this perfect crossroads, where they were able to put shots on so many teams. And at any point, they could have been surrounded. At any point, they could have been pinched, but their shots were so good, nobody wanted to scrap with them. Nobody was able to contest with them, that they were able to just do really well for themselves. And now we're seeing a northerly circle here up towards Severny, north of Roz and School. So a lot of good cover. A lot of little towns, a lot of little outposts to work around, and most of the teams are already in a great position, really centralized here. So I think everybody's probably pretty happy with how this circle's turning out.
Yeah, trying to figure out. Oh, there's T-Sin. I was like trying to figure out where T-Sin was because Twisted Sin was the furthest away, but no, they're all right. Lights out on the northwestern side of things. Pretty okay as we follow along again with Full Eclipse, another team that has made a lot of action but hasn't gotten a lot out of it so far against Jovi. Jovi, the second place team in game number 2. And again, just that VSS keeps cropping on up. The silence is like really important to these teams.
Yeah, and it's the difference of, a couple hundred meters in terms of hearing shots. So it does make a difference at the end of the day, for sure, because a lot of these teams use audio cues so heavily. In close urban combat, it matters, but also for pinpointing shots from miles away. Well, not necessarily miles, but for a while in either direction.
Miles, he says.
Miles. I have the ears of an animal with good ears. Do hawks have good ears?
I don't think hawks have good ears.
Elephant ears. They have big ones anyway.
They have big ones. We'll go with that.
Sure.
Jovi and the boys nearby the crate in Severny carrying the AWM. We haven't seen the AWM in quite some time. But that is one that is available to them and Squad on Me, who was able to get away from the clutches of Tempo Storm.
They were indeed. We're seeing a couple kills in the kill feed now. Still a relatively slow game across the board.
Yeah.
There's been a little bit of action, just sort of some back and forth skirmishing. No team really wants to commit to any single big death push. Nobody wants